was like,
That's cute.
I'm really shocked by like how he was acting, and I was like, today I'm so grateful I can be that person who can give him his first corporate experience.
I trust so much. I know how the system works that I can literally spend in one day like 150k and will come back like same amount or 2 times. And we did it a few times already.
Just walk into every room, tap his card, you ask him money, he'll never say no. I've never seen him say no, I cannot give you money. If he has no money, he'll probably sell something and then give you money. But this was the one phrase that changed everything in my life, because as soon as we started business, he was like, Faadil, start perceiving yourself as a business owner, because I think you would... Welcome to our daily vlog, day in the life. As you all can see, I'm in a very fancy ass car, but there's a really interesting story about why we're doing this whole vlog. Just to main concept will be inspiration, inspiring everyone. It's not about flexing the car, whatever it is. It's
actually a bit it is. I'm flexing with my pictures. I'm flexing.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's gonna be considered a flex by somebody, and that's the whole point. Like, you can flex it. There is no issue in flexing it.
You manifested it, you can flex by it.
And you'll never lose it. Like, you're not gonna bring evil eye for flexing it, right? But what's interesting is this is literally the day that I dreamt of. Like, because for me, I'm a guy who craves for experiences, giving back to my people, because there was a time when I was literally struggling, down bad, and everything just flipped 180 overnight, and it's just been crazy ever since. Like, the abundance of emotional states, mental states, and material abundance. And I owe it all to the woman behind this camera, Weronika. Like, I met her one day and my whole life turned around. I went
This
through,
is the main sentence we're speaking on this channel and
this
everywhere.
is the most grateful I've been. I can never stop being grateful about it. So anyways, today is a very grateful day. We've been going crazy for the past few days, ever since we started the portal. It's been crazy. We've been enjoying a lot because it's a soul aligned action, right? There's no other way but for this to really bring a lot of abundance. We knew this would happen, and it's made us more authentic, and more authentic you are, more abundance flows into your life, and expression of everything that's deep down within us. We've been going crazy because we're not doing this just for some clout or fame or whatever it is. We're really doing this because I know we both know there's so many people out there who would like to be understood, who feel like they're alone in this journey of like spiritual growth. They think there's one linear path in spirituality, but there's nothing like that. It's just crazy. Like, since the day we met, nothing that's been going on in our life made any sense to it, but that's our unique journey, our blueprint, and we accepted it full-heartedly with unconditional love to each other, and that's where we are today. Today we are able to drive a Corvette, just chill, and that's the exciting part. Yeah, I think that's a Maybach? No, okay, fuck it. Anyways, so Anush, most of you who follow my personal page, Faadil firstly, must have seen Anush. We both have been like brothers in this journey. He is a brother to me. Like, there is no question about like friends, whatever. When you look at it energetic terms, like, we're so like connected that you can never split us apart. And since the day we started, he's always been there by my side. Like, back in 2021, when we thought about like initiating a business and going forward like with different ideas and growth, and finally at 2023, I believe, we finally launched our business, and we were always talking to each other constantly. He would come to my house, we used to talk, what business, what can we do. We're so silly at that time. Crazy signs. And so it was like
that they are brothers.
Yes.
For real.
But yeah, we never knew what to do. We were so silly, we were so juvenile, but all we knew that we were not doing it for money. We're doing it for something far greater, beyond us, to help people, to enjoy the process, to have fun, to give back. And to be honest, a huge level of being in an abundant state of mind came from Anush. Like, he was my first mentor, let's say, to being abundant. because I was really always counting every nickel, every penny, and I was like, man, spending $5, 1 dirham, and it used to literally screw my head up. Like I just had to like constantly process every time I'm spending money. But this guy, he would just walk into every room, tap his card, you ask him money, he'll never say no. I've never seen him say no, I cannot give you money. Even if he has no money, he'll probably sell something and then give you money. So this guy was like,
That's cute.
I'm really shocked by like how he was acting. But this is the one phrase that changed everything in my life, because as soon as we started business, he was like, Faadil, start perceiving yourself as a business owner. Because I think he was reading a lot of self-help books where it was about changing behavioral patterns so that you start adopting this identity, right, of basically what it is. It's about being on a vibrational state. But we didn't really understand vibrations, frequencies at that time. But he was just telling me like, you gotta act like the person that you wanna be. So we were business owners, but we were telling, nah, we're employees, you know, we're working for another. I have no idea why we were doing this. We were just putting ourselves as employees and telling, no, we have another business owner, and because we were afraid to make the decisions in these big meetings and stuff. So we'd be like, we take it back home and then we'll make the decision. But he would always tell me, do it for yourself, perceive yourself as a business owner, so that you open these gates of like, you know, thinking differently, thinking bigger. And he was doing it, but I was like hesitant, afraid of being authentic, or like, how would people perceive me for this? And he was one of that guy who would defy all odds. His visions, his dreams, everything was fucking massive. He's always been talking to us about $1 billion, and we were like, bro, can you shut the fuck up and focus on $1,000? But the amount of like shit he took and he still continued, that was like inspirational. And for me, I was like, okay, I'm observing this guy, I'm learning what I can. And then all of a sudden, he got into crypto, day trading, and every penny he would make, he would come show us. Like, you know, many people make money and then they're like, oh, I don't want to show my peers, I don't want to show my friends, because what if they send the evil eye, or what if they you know, start asking me for money. But he was like, not only will I show you how I'm making money, but how I'll teach it to you, or invest into me, like I'll give you this returns, you know. He was always like trying to help all of us like make money. And his biggest goal was like, you know, when we all rejected him, because I was working a job at one point, and he was like, I have this idea, but like, let's begin. But when everyone was against the idea, I too fell with the herd, and I was like, no. So he went ahead, started his first business by himself. He didn't quite find that interest in continuing it, and he was like, my goal is to make sure that we all do business together as friends. And finally it came true. This is where we tell you, whatever you vision, manifest, it does come true, right? Like, so he finally made us all start a business idea, because at that moment when he gave that idea, I had just got out of like my previous company that I was working for. I was in the transitioning phase because it was a horrible environment. A lot of insane events happened, and it was time for me to quit, because I was like, how is there so much money? I want a piece of pie and all of this shit. And at this exact moment when I was thinking of quitting, Anush comes with the groundbreaking idea. And so it was all like an aligned action. Immediately we were like, you know, we got to start the business. We started the business. We got all our stuff done. And the series of events that happened after that was the craziest, because Anush would always like, he was now making shit ton of money from crypto day trading, and he would just spend this money on his people. He was taking each and every single one of us out to like the most fanciest places, enjoying good steak, and he would always tell Faadil, like, spend your money, enjoy it, like, you know, this is what I want to do, help my people. I want to give money to all the people that I can. And when I was going through some rough shit in my life, this guy was actually paying rent, like he was giving me rent money, and he never asked a dime for it back. Like, you know, he's like, I understand. And me, at least, I was a grateful human being. I dedicated my life like to, you know, help this guy out in whatever ventures that he wants to go out in. I don't want anything back from him. It's just like, being with him is an interesting life. Like, you know, he just, let's say, he invests into the right kind of projects. He's always invested into like self-growth. So he was always like investing into like, you know, various courses and stuff that we both would like study, and we would develop our capabilities. Even when people are like, bro, you guys are going crazy, you guys are going nuts. And you know, the 5 Sages podcast, we both started together. We really went on a grinding streak and hustling and figuring out life for what it is. And when I learned manifestation, consciousness, he was also open to like, you know, speaking about crypto, wealth, business, because this is where he is like a professional at, right? And then we thought like, you know, let's go ahead with the dream. We were getting rejections after rejections. We were going through a lot of kind of craziness, but it was all like a learning phase, becoming stronger as individuals. And really the main focus point over there was we never needed anyone's help, because we both were like really skilled individuals just by ourselves. We never had like a big massive team supporting us. We were doing just both of us sitting together and doing things together, and the only thing we had was energy to supply to each other. Like, okay, Anush, you take some energy, you figure this shit out. He gives me some of his energy. I was doing a bit of the marketing, I was doing this and that. And we continued this for a year, like to be honest, barely getting any validation, barely getting any financial gains from our actions. And obviously we had our fair share of struggles, and we started a lot of projects. And I would always tell him, go for it, start whatever it is, because his ideas are crazy. And at this point, when I knew how consciousness materializes, I'm like, I'm not afraid to dream big. I'm not afraid to start something also that is like, you know, far beyond anyone's vision. And the funniest thing was, we always used to hear people shitting on us and telling that it won't work. And the most exciting part for us is to prove always people wrong. And this is obviously everything over here materialistically is the sign, because for us both, this doesn't matter. And as I'm about to say this is a gift for him. I just took it for a rent for a day. And I was like, you know what? This guy deserves it. He's been going through like a lot of shit, like in the past few weeks and months, like, you know, a lot of stresses. He's taken up a lot of work, and I'm helping him as much as I can. But I feel like it's about time that, you know, he chills out. And what's interesting is this is such an aligned action, because I called the rental guys. I was like, bro, do you have a Corvette with you? Because this is the exact car. Since we began this journey, he's like, I'm gonna buy a Corvette. I'm gonna buy a Corvette. And the biggest problem that he has, he always used to complain to me was, Faadil, do you know, for the past 3 years, I've never gifted anything to myself. I've been giving everything back to the people, supporting people, giving them so much money, but I'm never able to do it for myself. And I was like, why, bro? Why aren't you doing this for yourself? Like, you have to do it for yourself so you can start receiving this kind of abundance. And today, like, he hasn't still done anything for himself. Recently, I told him, do something for yourself. He went and booked an Airbnb for all of us together to enjoy. And I was like, what the fuck, bro? He's like, Father, didn't you tell me? Like, when we have money, what we have to do? He's like, I'm gonna go and get an Airbnb facing the Burj Khalifa, and we're all gonna have a good time for his birthday. And I was like, this guy is so selfless. He thinks about so much of the people that he wants to help. And I was like, you know, today, I'm so grateful I can be that person who can give him his first Corvette experience. And I'm wearing a very interesting watch. This watch is the first gift he gave me when I was grinding, dying. Like, he was seeing the hustle I was putting into my life. And he was like, I told him, this is my dream watch that I want to buy at the beginning. This guy for my birthday pops up. And this was like, you know, at that time I felt like I was living an influencer celebrity life. My friend is coming, he's giving me a watch. The watch has no value, it's the whole experience that was the value point, right? I was like, man, this is crazy. He takes me to the watch shop, he fixes it. I was like, bro, this is all so crazy, because I told you I was struggling to spend $5 at a grocery store. This guy brings me a watch which I was literally dreaming about, and everyone be like, oh, this was your dream watch? Yeah, at like that point, this was an interesting, fancy watch for me. And I never have dreams about like materialistic stuff. Like, it's more like dreams of experiences, giving back to the people, helping people, like growing something phenomenal. And today we are able to give him a Corvette. Like, we're driving to his place, so he thinks that I'm just coming there to chill, speak something about business, or I did actually no, I haven't given him any hint. And what's even more crazier, it's his partner's birthday today. I was telling Weronika, like, I want to rent it like yesterday, day before yesterday. I was like, I don't know when, maybe next week, but I don't want to delay it. I was like, something's urging me to go do it. I heard a music. Don't think too much. Just go ahead and do what you have to do. And today is his partner's birthday. And imagine the looks on her face, his experience. And it's just so beautiful.
Perfect day for that, I feel.
For me, honestly, I don't care that I want to drive. First of all, I don't like loud cars. I don't like fast cars. I just like to chill and drive, cruise. And he's also somewhat like that. But for some reason, he wanted he always wanted to buy a Corvette. And I know this guy, he also doesn't care about money at all. This is always his thing. He's like, I don't care about materialistic things. I just want to get back to the people, whoever is there around me, and tell them like money doesn't matter in this whole process. Just chill out and enjoy your life, because this is all that you have, the present moment, the friends around you, the love that you have. Because you can have shit ton of money and feel like a shit show inside. And so he's just a human being. He's going through some let's say sturdy waters. And I was like, you know what, we gotta do this. I know he's gonna be fucking happy. We're almost there at his place right now, and let's see how he feels all about this. What do you think, babe?
I feel he will be super shocked. He will be super shocked for sure.
Yeah.
He didn't expect that. And excited and happy like a child, like a small boy. I can feel this energy, yes. So I believe this will also give us so much positive energy from that.
And the thing is, he doesn't there's one thing crazy I forgot to mention. Throughout the entire process, when I suddenly switched towards awakening my consciousness, which I always tell people, after you gave me those 6 affirmations, I awakened a high level of consciousness. I became super aware about everything. The direct connection with source came in, and I was deeply connected. And that time I really went crazy. I was telling my friends, guys, everything we're seeing is not what it is. It's a holographic reality. Everyone thought I was crazy. Everyone thought I was stupid, and people wanted to stay as far as away they could from me, because I was talking about energy, spending all your money, and then the universe pays you, or God pays you, or you manifest things. Everyone's like, bro, are you and I was like, I am, because I'm different now. My frequency, I started talking about frequencies, vibrations, and don't do hard work, just be in peace state of mind, and everything comes to you. You need to focus on aligning your energy or the emotional state to whatever that is you want. You're not separated from the earth, or trees, or the goal or the desire that you have. You're not separate from it. And I'm speaking something that not anybody could understand. Everyone was under the programming of hard work. You build step by step. Money comes after you work for a couple years, and then you save this money, you invest into this. And I'm like, bro, none of this matters. Money is just like a piece of paper that you manifest. You just expand your consciousness, and then you get money in the process of expansion. So you could be a person who has $0 in his pocket, but tomorrow, if your consciousness expands to someone who's capable of handling $1 million, or you're a millionaire, you become a millionaire, you will have that $1 million in terms of resources, in terms of the clientele, or whatever it is. Even the money is just, you will have infinite amount of money to spend. You will constantly have more money than you can spend. So it's not about having in your bank account that exact figure. It might be, it may not be, but it's just that state of mind. You're in an abundant state of mind that spending money does not bother you, because it's just like a millionaire mindset. A millionaire would never care if he has to spend 1,000 or 2,000 or a 10K on anything. So that mindset just started coming into me. I started elevating my frequency and calming my nervous system down to a certain level. And I was speaking about this, and there was only one guy, apart from Weronika, there was only one guy who was sticking to me in this whole journey, even though he didn't agree to everything, right? Anush wasn't agreeing to everything that I was saying. He still met me every day, and something that he really told me, hit me straight in the heart. He was like, Faadil, I know you're going through a lot of shit right now and you're exploding, and if you ever feel like you're going crazy with this spiritual shit, let me know. I'm here to help you out. And this is when I awakened my consciousness. My consciousness really my awareness picked out all of my subconscious negative programming. And I went through a wave of shit show in the beginning when I was consciously manifesting. So I was struggling with money and this and that. And he was constantly coming to me and pushing me Father, you gotta figure out how to make money. I was like, no bro, I'm only going to align my vibrational state to the state of what I want. And I will show you that I will make money in this whole process. Man, this security guard always has a problem with me. See, brother, you know me. You know me. See, yes. Okay? Thank you, brother.
What to do with you?
He knows me. He fucks around with me. Anyways, so But I kept telling him, no, I will not work hard. I will not focus on making money. I broke away all my relationship with like toxic business partners. But he would say like, hey, 369, there is no fucking way. Show it to the cam.
What
369.
about 369?
This is the Nikola Tesla number, baby. Manifestation maxed out Fibonacci sequence, babe. I mean, I don't give a fuck, but it's just like.
I mean, I know,
angel
but I
number,
was
right?
like, yeah, but I was like, what is this for you? Maybe something specific.
For me, it just seems like an angel number or whatever. Like it's a sign of like something crazy. I
How
mean, his house is right over there.
how you want to show him? Like you will call him down or what?
I'll actually rev the car and see if he figures it out. You know.
I don't think he will be like, what the fuck? Who's like stupid motherfucker?
Yeah,
He's just
and so
like
he'll
doing
come
this.
out. But yeah, one more thing was, so let me finish this before he comes, is
Okay. You already, no, you didn't write to him, right?
no.
Okay.
So the crazy part is, even when I was going crazy with all of this consciousness shit, he stood by me. Even when we were doing 5 stages, it didn't make sense. So many people went against me, but he was like, what Faadil is saying, there's nothing wrong about it. Like, why don't you just allow him to speak his mind? So he stuck by me through every fucking part of this. Today, when I have the full capability to give back, I will make sure that this guy gets. And this is like the smallest bit of things. Like, I have no problem in giving him a mansion. But first, let me get my mansion and then I give it to him, you know. I mean, it's fine. Like, you know, we'll all probably get the mansions together.
When he's for family.
Yeah. So, it's like, I don't forget what people have done and they don't need to constantly do things for me. It was at that prime moment when I needed support that he was there, and I'm happy. Even though he didn't agree, even though it was tough for him to accept, even though he had a different point of view and he tried to impose it or project it onto me, he was like, still, you know what, Faadil? Go do your shit. And when he started seeing, oh my days, when he started seeing the proof of what, when he started, hey, these kids, like, you know, let me flex on them. Guys, even I was just like you. I want.
Nice.
Let's see.
Oh my god, we're still in a situation like this. Faadil, that's why the security guy doesn't like you. That's exactly why. I guess this is not the first time.
Hey, I have to take reverse, by the way.
Oh my god, now he will go out and he will say, man, go back home.
He was looking at the car because he always saw me coming in my MG. He was like, you know what? That's gangster. So, anyways,
Wait a second.
Anyways, so he really helped me through this entire process of, like, you know, whatever I was going through. Even though I didn't need it, I was always staying in my peace. No matter what anyone told or projected onto me, I was like deflecting it. I was like, nah, fuck that. My mindset, my belief, my programming, that's the only thing that matters. And I kept being focused on it, and I was teaching him also, but he was like, you know what, let me learn it in my own process. And he started learning whatever it is. He just understood that it's a holographic simulation, and he can program himself and experience whatever reality he wants in his own way. So today he's manifested this, like, for sure. This is his manifestation. He's made me fucking rent a car for him, and in the perfect way. You can see, oh my god, he messaged. You see, he's messaged me also now. And so it really goes to show that this guy's been doing his inner work. Because I told him, you know, Anush, you gotta chill out, take it easy, relax.
Check what he wrote, I'm curious.
And he'd be like, you know, I'm gonna, where the fuck? So he's like, he's waiting. He can feel it that I'm there with something surprising.
Yes, he's getting energy that something is on.
Yeah, so now we're on the way. We almost reached there.
Let's go, because I'm also getting excited.
Yeah, this is gonna be exciting as fuck. But yeah, this guy deserves it. I think he's been calm. He's been, you know, doing whatever it is required to be in the state of receiving. That's why he's able to manifest this. You won't get this unless you're really aligned, especially from someone like me. If I don't feel the energy or the vibes to give it to someone, I just can't do it. Like, I always take inspired action. This is a fucking inspired action for me, you know. One day you randomly wake up and the rental guy was literally driving the car at that perfect moment. And so that's his house. And let's see.
How do we do it?
Let's see.
What you wrote?
I said come out.
Come out, okay. What's that?
Did he hear? He's like coming, I think.
Coming. This
This
is
guy's
the
gonna lose his
funniest
mind.
thing ever. I swear I never.
But fuck, I couldn't put petrol in the car.
It's okay.
I think he'll manage it himself.
Where he will come from? From there?
Mm-hmm.
From there.
Mm-hmm.
See.
One eternity later.
I'm stressing
He's got a
myself.
fucking grin on his face, you know?
Should I record him? His face, right?
Yeah, he'll be okay with it.
Oh my
He's
God.
celebrating now. He wants to start chilling out of business.
Oh my god, I'm excited.
You, neighborhood.
You think he knows that it's you?
Now he knows. He can hear it, he'll know. He'll be
Really?
grinning like a fool inside.
I will have a paint on my face from smiling.
It's too funny. Too funny for this good.
2,000 years later. 6.5 hours later. A few inches later.
I think he was like just running around the entire house all this while. Because he was excited.
Now he's just like, what should I wear for this?
Most probably. Corbett's coming, Corbett's
He's coming.
Really?
I feel.
Okay.
Birds were flying.
He'll be like, no way, bro, man.
Day 2, day 3, day 4. A few moments later.
Station. He's gonna have a good time today.
Oh yeah.
This is the life. Being able to do shit like this.
3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
There he is. There he is. There he is. Faadil, how to open this?
It's okay. Yeah. Bro, how the fuck is that? Good shit. How's the fuck? It's madness. It's crazy. Go inside, see it, bro. Go inside, see it. You get started the vlogs and everything?
Yes.
This is madness, bro. How do you feel, bro? Good, bro.
Man, you guys are doing something
From
really
the portal to you.
Oof,
Mad.
Dude, this is mad.
Today, whole day, you take it,
chance, no
enjoy,
chance.
go with your lady,
You're
go
mad
spend,
or
give her
what?
the best. Yeah, bro, I literally took it for this thing, you. Hi, uncle.
This is crazy.
It's for you, bro, by the way.
Man, you're trapped.
You just give us the Tesla so we can go back home. And then this is for you.
No, you guys keep it, bro.
There is no,
Mad or
bro.
what?
How do
No.
I explain it to him? I took it just for you.
I'm tired of this. Now
Bro.
take.
This, now remember, it's time to give back.
This is mad. This is fucking
Enjoy.
mad.
Enjoy, brother. Enjoy, man.
Some crazy shit.
You guys have gone nuts. Yeah, we have gone nuts. Now it's time to make everyone else go nuts.
I don't even know how to drive this around, dude. What's wrong?
Figure it out, bro. Figure it out.
What a bad problem to have.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem to have.
Anush is living king life. You enjoying life a bit too much, brother. We are busy in the house.
So, wow, I'm like scared to drive this around, dude.
Bro, this is the problem, bro. Blast it. Oof.
This is mental.
I'm more beautiful without. Perfect.
Who would have thought, bro? We were planning to get it for your birthday, but then God knows today.
How do you feel, Faadil, after all of that?
I'm fucking sweating.
Yeah, but it's not as hot in Dubai yet.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm actually used to it, but it's sweating. It's uncomfortable, right? Like we're used to being outside all the time. But you know, look, we're back. Every day we flipping around cars, babe. This is the thing. Like, you know, there's
Oh
no...
my god, you have to go back home with Tesla. So bad.
But that's the fun thing, you know. Like this is how we visioned our lives. Me and Anush always we're like, okay, this car is mine. There's no my car, your car. He used to always give me his car whenever I wanted it. I used to give him my car, and like, you know, we were just chilling and really enjoying life. So it's like usually people are like, man, I took a, not usually, but like there's certain people that would be like, man, it's a rental, what if my friend hits the car, or what if like, how can I, some people have this concept like, oh, I can't give my friends my car because, you know, they might ruin it, hit it. We never give a shit. Like, you go and hit the car, fuck it, we figured it out like as a team. And if we fucked it up because of some stupid ass reason by drinking and driving or whatever, yeah, obviously we wouldn't accept that, but none of us do any silly shit. But how do I feel about this whole thing? I just feel like finally I accomplished all my dreams in some sort of way, because since the time I've known him, like I've never really been able to give him, apart from like energy, nothing significantly materialistically. And he was happy with the energy that I was giving, obviously. Like, he was always telling me, like, you know, I remember once we were at this brunch, and we were like, you know, let's say enjoying ourselves and speaking our mind, and he's like, bro, I'm never afraid of like doing anything as long as you're around me. Because I was always like this silly, fearless mindset of like, you know, okay, let's do it. And since we both had each other, which not many people have, but that's their problem. Like, they gotta manifest it. Like, we both were there tight with each other since the beginning, like since school and everything. So today, when we do everything, when we start anything, we're always doing it together. We're always keeping each other in the loop, and there's never been like, you know, struggling by ourselves. Even though individually we go through like our own situations, it never became a point like doing business, whatever it is. We found out our dynamic, where I fit my role, where he fits his role. We just kept working on it, polishing it. It was not like each of us trying to learn each other's skill sets and trying to be better than each other or anything. Nothing competitive. Okay, you're good at this, I'm good at this. Let's now, you know, align ourselves in that way and try building ourselves. And the thing is, both of us always wants to give opportunity to people, help people as much as they want. So there's a lot of friends of ours who came back from different parts, and we're helping. And the past few months, you've seen it, darling. Like, we were just going crazy with everything. And you can see, like, he didn't even expect this. He didn't know what to do. He was like, yeah, I'm just casually gonna take her out somewhere. Like, he was taking his partner out somewhere casually. I'm like, now when you give this, he's gonna think big. And he's the guy who's helped me think big. So I believe this will have a significant role to play. And for me, it's like a dream come true that I could take him out, give him something to just enjoy, feel grateful, because he will obviously quickly jump into a state of like reflection and feeling good about whatever he's received. And let's just, the whole process of business, everything from my thing, maybe many won't agree, it's not even business, it's about life. I wake up every day thinking how I can have fun, how I can enjoy. Many will be like, oh bro, this is why you will never be in the level of making billions and millions. I have literally everything in the highest level possible that anyone could experience and have already. Now it's just an additional, like always I say, it's just an additional plus point. At this point, I'm just trying to give my friends the best possible life they can live also along with me. Whatever I have, I want to share. Because one of the things that I never said before was, like in the previous stuff, when I didn't have the capability to stay in like the best places or whatever.
What? I'm giving his hand, he's giving me hand. I just wanted water from you.
The thing is, he was always inviting me over to his place because he knew I was going through some shit. Like just when I met you, I was going through the process of learning manifestation, consciousness, awakened highly. I just got out of the business partnership with the previous friend or whatever acquaintance I was doing with, and it wasn't ended in the best terms, let's say, and that was my only source of income, and I was like really lost over there, full of uncertainties. And this guy was literally telling me, Faadil, don't stay at the place where you were staying, because I was living alone with my other friend, and he was like, don't stay there, come over to my place, let's figure shit out together. And we already built the 5 stages, so we were just working on 5 stages, how we can expand from there, how we could network more. But I was always staying in his mansion, and you know, he was basically giving me that frequency to develop myself by being in a mansion, making this my normal. No matter what I was going through, I was always in the best environments to heal myself, to go through the processes. And his beautiful, I don't like to call her a maid, she's like an auntie to me. Shanti was always like, feeding us, giving us the best food.
She's
'cause-
so lovely.
Yeah.
She has such a positive energy.
Yeah, because I really had to experience the concepts of like no food, no money, no distractions, right? Like, I keep telling you don't need anything from external reality, and I was like, I'm ready to go to the extents of like it, because I was not able to like generate any kind of money from any of my businesses at that time, because the main source of income that I had went, and I was like, I can't afford food.
I will add something, okay?
I-
Yeah, because like during this process, I was really always amazed and inspired by Faadil, and it also changed me a lot. Why? Like how he was able many times to survive without food, literally without food, without water. Not that he had to, but many times he chose to. And personally, in the past, when I had like eating disorders and everything, like such a big obsession about food, for me it was such a like big healing process when I was observing that, wow, he can say like, it's just hunger, nothing big. And it was triggering me, because I knew like, oh, I cannot do the same, like I cannot survive without eating many hours. But after some time, just by observing him, my brain started mirroring him. So literally, it's not that I don't want to eat and I stopped eating. It was just like I got such a healthy relationship with food that hunger stopped controlling me. I was able to control hunger, and I felt I have a free mind.
Yeah, because I kept speaking on the internet, you don't need anything from external reality, right? Like, to a certain extent, it got manifested. My worst subconscious fears got manifested. Initially, I had no control over reality. This is what I say. You can't control reality, but you can influence it. When a situation comes in, you can influence how the course of that situation is going to unfold now, right? Because many people are like, oh, situation came. If I'm the creator of my reality, why am I not able to control what's gonna happen, right? How did this happen? Why does the unpleasant situation happen? You don't really have control over what's going to happen, but you have control over how to maintain your inner states. And when you maintain your inner states, you can influence external reality. So it's like you join one level in the game. Suddenly the game puts you in a level. How you go forward in that whole game is your individual experience. Everyone would like do something differently. You would do something differently. And so that comes down to like the way you can think about the situation, and remembering mainly all the energetic laws, how the world functions. And the most important thing for me was, you don't need anything from external reality. Okay, so you're telling me I don't need food, water, anything, then I'm gonna try it out. But for some reason, when I reached the peak of like how much I could handle, even though at all states I was always being calm, somehow food would come. And most of the time it was coming from Anusha's house when I was meeting Shanti, and she was feeding us the best food. And that's how I became so grateful for food. I was like, that time when I didn't have food, you just speak of the devil and he's already there.
Anusha's
Yes,
calling.
brother.
Hello?
Tell me.
Bro, what petrol to put super?
Super, yeah.
Super, okay, fine.
Enjoy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, bye. Okay, so oh my days. So yeah, basically like she was giving food, and no one in that table knew what it feels like to not have food. They could understand because my energy was obviously radiating out everywhere. They knew that I was going through so much shit because they knew that I wasn't able to generate money. I just broke my past business partnership. It affected me, and I was like figuring shit out, like clean slate. And they were like, how is this guy still able to be peaceful? How is this guy still being positive about everything? Because at this point I never could control reality. Like I was just accepting it, but what I could do was maintaining my inner states, because I knew this was just momentary. And it was like, I'm not seeking only, let's say, I'm not like expecting external reality to always be pleasant, or I'm craving for, oh my god, when it becomes bad I'm crying. I'm like, it doesn't bother me. Like, what's the worst that could happen? I was already like thinking about the worst, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. Like, nothing's gonna hurt me, nothing can kill me. And the resilience was quite strong with me, mainly because I was working out and I went through a lot of hard shit. And that food that I was getting was so beautiful, because I remember that day when I was craving for food and there was no food in the house, and I'm like, where the fuck you get food from, And then I remember I had some, there was an application with some points I was just managing shit. But I always never thought like, I used to go into these groceries And I used to see these, like, let's say, on the lower wage side workers, and I would be like, you know what's crazy? You have more money than me right now. You have more money than me. You are able to spend more money than me. But how was I dressed? How was I perceiving myself was entirely different. I always still believed I was an abundant man. I was always an abundant version of myself. I was like, I'm fucking rich. Because the physical money was not the explanation. At the end of the day, even when I had no money, I was staying in a fucking mansion. Because I had good friends, I had good energy that I was able to manifest good human beings to support me. Instead of resenting or hating the world, I was more focused on how much love I can give to myself and seeing everyone from the lens of love. I'm like, okay, no matter how people treat me, I know there's like a version of goodness in this person, and it doesn't matter how they treat me as long as I can treat myself well. And I just kept building on this, and Anush would always try to make like quick bucks for me to just, survive. And I'm telling him, bro, don't struggle too hard. But this is the thing in him. He's like, I want to help people. And sometimes this can be painful for yourself when you just want to go into that helping state of mind where I want to help everyone who's feeling down bad, because you won't really focus on yourself. And that's what I'm trying to show him in this thing, focus on yourself. And most probably he's now focused on himself. When you have no option, eventually the universe or God, whatever it is, will show you on how to start focusing on yourself, and you have no other option but to focus on yourself. So helping people is help them after you can help yourself, and helping yourself is like helping the world, because the entire universe, cosmos exists within you. So if you help yourself, you're already helping the world. So yeah, it's just that I had good friends who were offering me all kind of support, and he was always paying for stuff at the restaurants and everything. Even though I would try to offer whatever pennies and shit I had, he's like, no, fuck it, and if there was any possibility to make money, even if it's like from his own capability, he's like, we're in it together, we take 50-50 on everything. And this is the exact car that we grew up in. Let's say we used to sit every night in this car every evening, and we're just like, this car feels like a fucking
I talked to you. Confirmation.
This car feels like a fucking simulation. Like we're just cruising, floating like a spaceship in this car, going through different realities. And we were like exploring life. He would just start this car, and it was electrically charged, right? So we would just keep charging the car and moving around the world, exploring, seeing different things. Just some nights we would talk for so long about life, because we were trying to figure out what is life, because life is so wavy, like it's like so difficult sometimes, so good sometimes. There was never a constant state of like bliss or peace, right? And we would sleep in the car like at 4 a.m, 5 a.m, and people are like, why the fuck are you guys sleeping in the car? We're like, bro, we're just trying to figure everything out, and we just fall asleep, sitting and talking about the business. And this was a state when we were like, is it hard work, and what do we do more? And this is where we were not learning that you don't need instant gratification. That's like the ego trying to tell you, oh, you didn't get validation from external reality, you didn't make the money for the actions you took, so that means you're most probably not going to be successful. We were like, no matter how long it takes, we're just going to keep doing things that make us happy. And we know this is a bigger vision. This is not like just for today and tomorrow. And money is never the end goal. Money is never gonna be the end goal, because it gets boring after some time, right? You gotta wake up every day and feel like creating something. And for us, the most exciting part is when we get he gets the idea, he channels it to me, and then I materialize it through marketing or whatever, building it. He's so good at giving visionary outputs, and I'm able to put it into material form, and he's also able to do it in his own way. And so we just kept moving the dynamic around and playing around with it. Now we started building a team for each other, and this is truly it feels like we really grew up. Like I was telling him that when we were giving him the car, he was telling me one day I'm gonna drive up to my house and show my parents what I've done and who I am. And today his whole family was able to see what he's done, because I told them this is not mine, this is all his. It's done for him, it's for him, created by him, his reality, he manifested it. There's no impact of me, and he used to tell me I can do anything I want, Faadil, with the money I have, but I just can't, because he couldn't really feel like doing it for himself, because he knew that so many people are struggling in his surroundings. And I think this is my whole the thing that I want to show in life is whenever I have money, and even Weronika is the same like this, I learned this from her mostly, spend the fucking shit out of your fucking money.
I'm the best at it, I swear.
I mean,
Like, I'm good with making money, that's true, but with spending, oh my god, the best.
yeah, like there can't be any filter, because for me what I learned in the whole process of manifestation at the initial state was when I had no money, I was still able to receive abundant material resources in every kind of format, just using the power of the mind, basically consciousness. I had zero money to make anything happen, and everyone used to tell like, man, without money you can't do shit. I live for fucking like, I don't even want to give a timestamp on it, but like for a really long time doing everything at the highest format, and people could never identify if I was having money or no money. But I most probably had no money when most people met me, like zero. I remember when we used to go for meetings and we used to park the car, Anush would have to pay for my parking ticket, and I never felt embarrassed about it, because I was like, this is my situation, this is a humiliation ritual I probably have to go through by killing my ego, because most people are like, oh man, it feels kind of disgusting to ask your friends for money, because I was like, I have no other option, but what am I using this money for? Something resourceful, like I'm trying to close a client with him, or like, this is where the understanding between us came, and we were like, okay, work in synergy, and at the end of the day we both were helping each other in whatever way we could. And my main focus over here is showing people you don't need to really work hard for money, you don't need to hold on to your money to have surplus of money. You need to spend. There's a flow. Everything is foundational level is energy. You got to let the flow of things go. It doesn't mean you just want to spend money. You just want to enjoy the money at that moment you have. Don't think twice when you're spending money, because it's energy. As long as you possess the frequency of money, or you're in a consciousness state of like abundance, expanded state, you will always have money. There's no way you will miss money. Money will always come to you. Even if money doesn't come to you, the resources, the food, the water, everything, accommodation, it will come to you. You just need to maintain that emotional state of bliss, peace, never affected or bothered by anything in external reality. The more you keep chasing, the more you start telling in your head, man, when will the money come? You're just sending this signal, this transmission to the external world, to the quantum field where creation starts happening, that I don't have it. And so what happens is like a loop. You'll keep repeating the same thing. The pattern is going on where you just keep getting, you're now in a frequency state. Let's say you enter the frequency state of, when will the money come? So again, tomorrow you wake up, when will the money come again? Tomorrow you wake up, when will the money come again? And more evidence that you still don't have the money that you need. But if you make the mental shift, that energetic shift, emotional shift, I have the money now. You start getting the thoughts, you expand your nervous system. Even though when you don't have the money, I guarantee you, will show up in your doorstep saying, what's up my guy, I'm here for you. And it never ends. When you get the money, spend it, because you still have the capability of consciousness and manifestation, which will never run out. You can still manifest again when you don't have money, whatever it is you need. And exactly, the more you hold on, the more you keep fearing of losing money, you'll be stuck in that same bubble, So enjoy it, don't work too hard, make it a balance. So it's about taking inspired action, because that action will not feel heavy. It feels like pleasant, light, and it fills you with fulfillment when you execute it out, And even when you take the inspired action, many will be like, oh, I didn't get the results that I needed, oh, no one validated me. It doesn't matter. Do you feel good about the action that you did? Then you are guaranteed to get the results, whatever that you need, as the energy keeps compounding. And the focus is on the present moment. As long as you're enjoying doing what you're doing in the present moment, which is the only thing that's guaranteed for you, you will enjoy whatever it is that is promised for you in the future. Because every moment in the future, the past, everything exists in the confinements of the present moment. And so, I don't know, darling, what do you think? This is all some bullshit?
I agree.
You agree?
Yes, that's all I can say from my energy level today. Because I'm already so...
what did we do today?
Oh my god, we did everything. Like literally, we went for breakfast in Royal, not in Royal, it was in Atlantis, and we ate breakfast, we were chilling, we were laughing, then we were recording things. We were in the one car, this BMW with open roof, then we went into another car, and yesterday also so many things were happening. Like this last few days I feel like ages happened, like few years. We did so many things. Actually, I'm so exhausted. I just want to lay down in bed, to take shower, lay down in bed. It's all true. It's all true, I agree. But yeah, sometimes you just have to take rest from these big manifestations because it's too many and too much.
Yes.
That's how I feel.
But yeah, overall, what do you think was the main, like, you're the money girl, like, there's,
Money girl.
I've never seen no money around you, like, the way you manifest money is just a joke, like, it's
I saw
silly.
money. You saw that I didn't have money at some points.
Yeah, but like,
Because
for what, for milliseconds? 5 minutes?
I'm the
2
person.
minutes?
I'm crazy when it comes to that. So I'm a person who can spend till 0 or minus, and it will immediately come back. But like I didn't do it just from, actually I was doing this since forever, but now, like, since I know conscious manifestation, like how to use it, how to do it, I'm not scared to do that. Like I trust so much, I know how the system works, that I can literally spend in one day like 150k and will come back like same amount or 2 times. And we did it a few times already since we're together.
Testing the game.
We were testing the game, but yeah, it's always fun.
The actual video got cut off quickly just because the phone ran out of charge. Nonetheless, I just came here to thank each and every single one of you who has shown us love ever since we started our project, the portal, and it's been fun. It's just been enjoyable. The whole concept behind this is for me and Weronika to enjoy the entire process, to have fun, not actually treat it like it's some kind of business that we need to grind. And this is not how we approach any kind of situation in our life, and this, we want to be the embodiment of this entire concept, right? Just to have fun, just find passion in creation, and in the process we show people how abundance flows in. And so with all that being said, if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment, subscribe so you don't miss any more videos like these from our side. And it's just truly inspiring content that we're putting out over there, because when I was young, I was watching videos like this and I would always be like, oh, I wish one day I could do that. You know, it's just interesting, it's fun to do this, you just are excited. And so today I could do this, and I've always had it long time in the head that I wanted to do something like this, and today I was able to do it. And I hope each and every single one of you realize that, you know, you can do whatever you put your mind into, and understand this whole concept of manifestation consciously, and you can do exactly whatever that is you truly desire. Hope you all have a very beautiful day. Enjoy.